All right. Welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today will be me recording some trades. Hopefully, if we can get into a few, this will be my live recorded session. But I also want to kind of hit on or talk about a topic surrounding. I know a lot of you individuals or people out there or traders that trade from prop firm accounts, and we're going to touch on that because I know a lot of people kind of DM me asking about, what should I do if I blow my prop firm account or blow account. It could be an individual account that you may have, or whatever the case is. But what are some pointers or some tips that you can give me to kind of help me out so that I don't face that same situation again? We'll talk about that as well. So, this again is going to be in this video, we're talking about a topic of if you losing your account or blowing your account, regardless if maybe it's a prop firm account that you're trading off of. Or your individual live money that you actually are trading out of your own personal account, brokerage account. So let's take a look at here the market, because I am kind of looking at this area right here right now just to kind of see what may take place here. We do have a little small area of demand sitting here, so I may take a quick stab going long here right out the box here. So we'll see what happens. So there's a little zipper right here, so be cautious of little areas like that, but we'll see what's going on. The market's been had a little landslide to the downside this morning into the overnight hours, as you can see. Okay, again, this is a 12 range chart. I am a supply and demand style trader for everyone that is for your first time tapping into or finding my videos or coming across or watching one of the videos today. That's what I trade. I trade supply and demand, and I have a strategy that I trade is basically merely looking for a rejection when price returns back to a supply and demand zone. But it's all about looking for the right levels. I will say that. Okay. So we'll see what happens right here. Let's see. I'm not sure yet if I will take a little trade long here or not. Just going to be careful here. So we had a little low right here. Price went a little high, pulled back, broke higher. So technically to me, I don't know. We'll see what happens. If we get some rejection, I might take a quick little scalp long here. But I know a lot of you, there's a lot of people out there who are struggling. We're trying to probably be consistent and make money and profit each and every day in the markets, as well as trying to pass these, I guess what they call these prop firm evaluations. Now, I've never taken one. I've been trading with my own live money or my own personal capital since day one, over 10 plus years ago. So I may take a quick stab long here, guys. So the market's leaving me. Look at that. Come on. So I'm sitting here basically running behind price right now. So hopefully we get filled quickly here off this small little trade that I've just entered into, and move on. So let's see if price comes up there and hits my TP right quick. Little rejection here at the bottom. Not anything that I would, we got low right here, price pulling back, pretty much a retracement, and then it, there we go, first contract, and starts, okay, second contract's filled right there. Just a quick little bounce off this area, the small little area down here at the bottom. Just looking at taking it back up to the high right here, okay? So, but let's take a look at the overall market condition, looking at my higher time frame. I didn't get a chance to kind of talk about that because I was looking to take a quick trade off of that at the opening of this video here. But the market, as we can see overnight, is just pretty much pulling back. I mean, we've had a kind of bullish market the last few weeks, leading up to Christmas, shortly after Christmas, I would say, towards the close of the holidays, we're making higher highs and higher lows, taking out areas of structure, pushing higher. Nice pullback here before breaking higher right here. Nice pullback. We dipped down to around the 3,900 area, bounced off that area, pushed up, made a new high, and now we are basically, this could be just a deep retracement again, just to push higher here. So we have this big leg to the upside, or run to the upside. So Let's see. There is demand resting down here at the bottom down here on the 60 range chart. Now I trade off of range charts, not time-based charts in a sense like a 5 minute or anything like that. Nothing wrong with that. You trade what works for you. I just to the eye think that range charts are cleaner to me. So and I've been trading them for 10 years and that's just my preference. Okay. So whatever works for you, you trade what works for you. All right, but again, we have demand down here. If price gets down to this area, big swing to the upside, demand resting right here, down here at 21 area, excuse me, around, I'll say about between 25 and 24 down here. But right now, and looking at, basically what the market's doing on a higher time frame, I mean, it's we're in a wedge, so you can trade it either way and look at the higher time frame. Big push up here, lots of buying in this area, so you can look for maybe opportunities to buy our long positions, in these areas and scaling down to a lower time frame chart. But just be mindful that there's also supply resting right up here at the tops up here as well. A lot of aggressive selling came down. Now, if you look at the higher time frame, we don't see a break of structure coming to the downside because we haven't. Well, technically, we haven't broken any major area of structure to the downside, meaning taking out any levels, but we do have formation of lower highs and lower lows to the down. Well, we had a low here, lower high, a new low here, pull back, broke above this, but this is it's setting itself up for a lower high here in a sense because we still didn't break this high here, and then it pushes lower. So just pay attention to the structure of the market and price action in the same sense. We're scaling down now to pretty much my entry chart. I like to take most of my trades from. And kind of see what happens. But since the opening this morning, where did we open up at? Around this area right here. Again, we had started making lower lows and lower highs. This is what it looks like on a lower time frame. That was a 60 range I just showed you. This is a 12 range, and price is basically the movement to the downside where you see a lot more activity, smaller or more what I call micro swings to the downside. Structure, forming structure to the downside, making these lower lows and lower highs. So got a little wedge formation going on right here. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to kind of play it, by ear here and play it safe here and wait it out. Trade is a waiting game. It's more so you got to be patient. If you want to be consistent, be profitable, then you have to understand that you got to be patient and look for the right setup. Especially, for me, I'm trading supply and demand. So you gotta wait. You gotta wait for patience and make sure you're taking those trades from the right supply and demand zones. Okay, the locations. All right, so yeah, we're definitely wedging right here towards the bottom now. Price has made this new low right here on this move to the downside. So let's wait it out. Wait it out. So okay, we coming back here to the bottom again. Be careful because we're in a wedge now. I just made a lower high here, so it could actually push lower, but just be careful. So I'm just gonna be patient and wait for opportunities to kind of unfold. Let's see. All right. There was supply resting up here. I didn't take that trade around about 10:06, 10:07 this morning. Price pulled back to this area right here. We got a little gap right here. Formation structure of creating supply area here. Price pushed down, retraced back, and pushed lower, leaving behind supply resting in this area right here. So I didn't take that trade because I wasn't trading or just starting out my morning pretty much. So we'll see. All right, yeah, that was a nice supply trade right here if you got into it at this around 10:08, 10:07, somewhere around there. We're going to see if it's going to continue pushing the downside here or not. I'm not 100% sure. This could be a swing to the downside. If so, we have supply resting up in this area here. So I'm going to wait it out, hold off, let price kind of tell me what it's going to do and show me what it's going to do. If it breaks above here and takes out this area structure here at 95, say for instance, and we get a pullback, I'll let it go long. But yeah, let's tap into and talk about, a lot of individuals, question or ask me from time to time, and say, hey, I'm struggling in my trading. I just blew my funded account with a prop firm, say for example, or some people have actually said they've blown their own money or blown or went through their their own personal funding, and that's a real bad feeling when you are really saving up to really start trading and then you blow your account, right? Meaning your own live capital, your own capital that you put aside. So either or, it's in the same basket. Just One may be a little bit better because you're not trading with your own money if you go or turn to a prop firm. And I don't know all the ins and outs of, so please don't ask me about those type things as far as the different I guess the rigorous evaluation things that you have to do to pass these certain evaluations with different companies out here. I'm not going to talk about which company is better than the other because, like I said, I do not know much about in detail about the breakdowns of these evaluations that you must pass. I just know there are companies out there that will provide the capital or give you the funding if you are able to pass their evaluations to allow you to trade from, and you can take home X percentage amount of money or income from the trades you make that are profitable. Okay, I'm sure some are better than other. I do hear a lot of people talking about Apex, but I'm not trying to toot anyone's horn which company is better than the other because I don't know. But anyways, what I will say is that it's probably better to if you don't have the capital to really trade from and you want to turn to a prop firm, I would say there's probably nothing wrong with that as long as you can, you really know what you're doing and consistently can, and are profitable to where you can pass the evaluation. If you are someone who don't have a strategy, you don't have a trading plan, you're not sticking with, something that actually works, then don't throw your money out there and just start trying to pass an evaluation, say for instance, real quick with any prop firm, and then thinking that you're going to, maybe quit your job and then, oh, I passed the evaluation. I've been given $100,000 funded account, and now I can trade. I don't need my job anymore. If you have that mentality, then you better stop while you're ahead. I'm saying heed to this while you're ahead. Trust me, I'm telling you. Again, I don't have any experience with passing these evaluations, but I can tell you this for sure. If I was someone who was working and had a full-time job to where I had a salary or income that was paying my bills and providing, was able to help me provide for myself and my loved ones, I would never, ever, ever quit my job just cold turkey without proving to myself, as well as to these companies that are providing or going to give me these funds to trade from, that I am capable of sustaining and being consistent and being a consistent trader. Okay, you have to prove to yourself and someone else that you're able to do so, right? So that you're able to make money. I would say go a period of time. And maybe do it part time. There's nothing wrong with having a passing evaluation and having a funded account, but keep your salary, whatever you got going on, job wise, or your current career, keep that going until you're able to prove to yourself that you can be consistent enough to take home X amount of money per month. I'm not just saying, you pass an evaluation in 4 weeks, you think that, okay, I'm able to, I made this much in profit, or whatever the case is. Now I'm going to quit my job because it's making me more money than my job. Look, you're going to have to put goals in place and sit there and be consistent for a period of time. Set a goal for yourself, whether it's, 6 months or a year or whatever the case is. But I know everybody's situation is differently. I'm just telling you, don't turn a blind eye to just jumping ship and diving deep into something that may really do more detriment or harm than you think. So be smart about things you do in life, and that goes to anything in life. Okay, just take steps in approaching your goal. Okay, if you want to become a profitable trader and you want to be consistent, prove to yourself that you can be consistent. All right, it takes a lot of work in doing this, and a lot of experience, and a lot of time. And I can tell you, once you become consistent, profitability comes from being consistent. All right, it doesn't work the other way around. You can't be profitable and be consistent. You can be profitable in one day. You can be profitable in a week. You can make profit and be profitable for a whole month. But the thing about it is that at some point, are you going to be that same? Are you going to carry that same level of consistency and be consistent from month to month to month? A lot of people, they stick to something for a month and they deviate or change up from it, and they see something that's more appetizing or appealing, and then they try to learn that strategy. Oh, that strategy can make me more money than what I'm doing now. Or I once started off as a scalper, now I'm going to start swing trading. Guys, I always tell people, stick with what works for you and build your account slowly. Regardless if you're trading with your own money live that you saved and you started trading from, or you pass an evaluation. Have building blocks. Take stepping stones to where you want to be at. Okay, it's like trading one contract and then you've proven to yourself and been consistent for a period of time. You built up an account, and now you're saying, all right, I'm ready to start leveraging a little bit more, taking on a little bit more risk, but everything surrounds risk management. You must have proper risk management regardless of what I'm getting ready to say here. You traded one contract, now you want to step up to 2 contracts. Then you want to step up to 4 contracts. Nothing wrong with it, but you must be able to prove to yourself that you're consistent and you're profitable, but to be able to leverage more money in the markets, okay? Because if not, you got a little bit of money placed into an account, or you got a prop firm evaluation account that you have passed, meaning a funded account. Those programs or companies that provide you with these funding accounts, they're not going to risk but so much. Even though you're trading with their own money, they're only going to take a gamble on you, but so far. Meaning, unless you blow through a thresh or you have some kind of drawdown, whatever the case is, you're done. Okay, you're burnt, you're toast, and then you have to go back in. And what happens is a lot of people spin and have turning wheels to where they're constantly going in, and that's what they want. In a sense, they want you to continuously put money in. See, they're winning on both sides in a sense, okay? They have thousands of people, tens of thousands of people that are signing up for these accounts, whatever the case is, and lots of them offer these big special discounts. Look, they're making money because at the end of the day, it's like a lot of people don't pass these tests or these evaluations, so they want to capture you to continuously coming back every month, or they have a recurring fee to where you're going to continuously have to put in money to try to pass that evaluation again. Then after you pass the evaluation, then they may have some fee that you have to pay on a monthly basis going for recurring, or paying a one-time fee set up, whatever the case is, to get a funded account. Regardless is, at the end of the day, it's all about you being sustaining and being able to be profitable and be consistent. You have to prove to yourself, okay? Just like anything else in life that you may have accomplished, okay? Even your career, you had to prove to someone when you went to get that, had an interview, that you could get that job, that you were good enough for the job, and that you were, you had the skill level set or the experience to where they want to hire you, right? Okay, it's the same thing, and then you have to prove to them through over time, because a lot of jobs, they'll give you a temporary basis, maybe a 90-day trial, whatever the case is, to make sure that you pan out and that you are what's best suited for them, right? The same thing here, that you have to prove to yourself, are you worthy, or do you have it? Do you have the experience or the skill set to be able to do this? Because trading is not for everyone. It is probably, I've said this many times before, the hardest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding thing too, in all regards, not just from being able to, meaning that there's the sky's the limit, meaning there's no amount, there's no limit to the amount of money that you can actually make in this business, but as well as so many other perks, with the whole freedom piece and being able to control your, being in your own environment, and or no matter, regardless of where you're at, and be able to make money at the end of the day. It's kind of like, like playing a slot machine in a sense, even though I'm not, that's kind of an analogy, but what I'm trying to say is not the exact same. It's just meaning it's like a cash ATM, you work hard to be able to trade the market smartly, and make money, and you can continue to make money, pull money from the markets each and every day. Okay, all right. It's like going in and putting in your debit card in the ATM machine, or whatever the case is, and I want to take out $100 or $200 or $1,000, whatever the case is. It can work in the same way, in the same fashion, as long as you know what you're doing. So what I'm trying to tell you at the end of the day is that, look, if you want to be able to make it in this business, okay, have a goal. Okay, meaning have a plan put in place that will allow you to reach your goal in becoming and perfecting the markets and being a great trader. Do not be a flight risk to your own self, okay? And back yourself into a corner to where you have made your situation even worse, all right? So if you got a job and you're new to trading, stick with your job till you can, basically be consistent, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. You've got to prove to yourself that you can do this, all right? Don't take on the risk, because if you give up a good job to where you get making X amount of money and it's paying for everything you need and still allowing you to live comfortably, and then you're going to take a major risk like think you're going to become a trader, a great trader overnight, and then start making double the amount of income or making more money that you're currently making at your job now, you're going to find yourself, groveling back to, or crawling your way back to some job, and you may not get the same job you had before, even though they may not rehire you. Then you have to start maybe from the bottom somewhere else. So do not waste all those years and time that you have spent in building a career, and perfecting a career, and becoming great at what you do currently. Now, even though you may hate your job, okay, and you want out of it, you're tired from both ends, you burn the wick on both ends. Look, just go with the natural course and prove to yourself that you can be consistent, okay? I have a hard time, guys. I'm looking at my charts and not looking at the camera, but please forgive me because, I'm trying to trade. I'm trying to make a video. I'm trying to give explanation. I'm trying to give people good advice in the same sense. And I just hope you guys find some value in this. Look, I'm going to take the time right now and let you know, or ask you, please take the time to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so by clicking on the red button down below, the subscribe button. And make sure to click on the bell next to it to turn your post notifications on so you never miss one of the uploads here on the channel. All right. But yeah, I just want to touch base on that. A lot of people talk about wanting to hear my story, and then they want to quickly have the idea just to jump ship and cold turkey without having enough money put away to comfortably be able to sustain or live off of in the event this doesn't work out. Okay. All right, and then you have to turn back and go and go get a job again. Same thing if you have, don't just turn to a prop firm account and say, I'm going to get a funded $100,000 account once I pass it, and then I'm going to quit my job. Do not do that, okay? Just because you can pass an evaluation. Look, the percentage are higher for individuals who pass these evaluations. At some point, they're going to blow that account, okay? All right? Only a slim percent or a narrow percent of people actually are able to pass these evaluations and at the same time sustain that account, okay, to where they can, over periods of time, draw money from those accounts, okay, and do it either part-time or full-time, but either way, consistently make money on a weekly to week basis, monthly, being able to carry forward. But let's get back into the trade. I think I've kind of talked about it enough. At the end, I'm just saying, you got a great job, it's making you money, or regardless of the job right now, as long as you got a job and you're trying to figure out this whole trading business, stick with it until you become consistent, okay? Don't just move away from that. Look, I might take a trade right here if we get some rejection here. I'm not 100% clear yet, but let's see here what happens in this area. Actually, it could come a little higher up to this area right here. We're right here to dead smack at this VPOP. I mean, not VPOP, but at this high volume area. You see it right here. So, okay, I'm going short. All right, I may have taken a short a little too early here, but I am going short real quick to see if I can. Yeah, see that candle. Let's see what happens here. We can push a little higher above this high volume area is what I'm trying to say. The best place for me to probably take the trade would be right. Well, yeah, maybe right here. Okay, we do have a little imbalance, and looking over here on this area above the high volume area. I talked about trading delta imbalances yesterday, so let's see what happens here. Maybe we'll get a run back down to the downside here, and I'll get filled 66.5. So let's bring this down a little more. Okay, my goal is to take price back down to the lows right here. Okay, I'm gonna try to take a screenshot of this trade if I can possibly do so. Price can push a little higher though, I will say that, okay? There's supply resting primarily where we're at. It can push a little higher. It can come a little higher, I will say that. I'm gonna wait it out right here and see what happens. That's the thing about trading. We have to be patient. The market hasn't done too much other than make these little lower lows and lower highs on a push to the downside this morning. So, but this is an area. If you notice, I would like to see price come a little bit higher, right above that high volume area, and then trade from that area. I always talk about selling the highs and buying the lows. Well, that's what you want to do here. Come on, man. What are we going to do here? See the market moving this, doing this right here. Lots of times when it does this and it doesn't move quick enough, I go ahead and get out. But but I'm waiting for the opportunity here. I like this area. I would like for it to, it could come up to this area right here. What I'm trying to say, 78 and a quarter. So, but let's just see what happens here. Try to take a screenshot and put it out here on Discord. Come on. Yeah, we've got now, it's about a point right now. Point and a quarter. Come on. Okay, point and a half. I may bump this up just one tick here. Blow this up a little bit. Hopefully we get filled here. I'm not sure. Okay, it did finally break that candle right there, so we should be kind of in the clear now, hopefully. It's bound. Okay, first contract's filled. We start getting any kind of pullback here, I may just go ahead and take out here. And what I'll do is probably put a stop limit right here. So we're down here at the bottom now, so we're getting close to it. So I'm gonna try to see if she'll fill me here. There we go, got filled. Okay, so that was a nice little trade right there. Offer supply sitting up here. Okay, so price pullback. That was the area of supply where I had this box set right here. All right, so it hit my TP. We're down here back to the lows pretty much. It can continue running down, taking out this area here. Let me look at my chart to see where we're currently at. It's bouncing off this area right here. So there could be a little area of let me take a look at something right quick, guys. Give me 1 second. Looking to the left hand side of my chart here. All right, a small little area of demand resting right here. You can see where it bounced off of right here. I think it was around 64. Let's see. Yeah, around 63, 64 area. Small little area, small little zipper you see right here moving sideways, creating a very small area of demand where orders were starting to be entered into the market, buy orders. So, all right. So now it's just a waiting game to see what it's going to do right now. All right, we see the prices. The market's now pulling back. Let's see. If it breaks this area here, well, let's see what it does. Yeah, I'm going to wait to see what it does. Yeah, but if it breaks this area here, I say 87 and pulls back, there's a entry long there. So I'm going to wait it out here and see what it does. All right, market looks like it's trying to push higher here, so it could break above and take out this area of structure right here, meaning this high right here, above this swing. If it breaks above, I'll be looking for a pullback, or even if it broke above this area right here on a pullback, but it just depends on how much room I would have to actually trade from if price, broke above the area. So, and from on the pullback. So you have to be very, follow price action and very, very mindful of the amount of room you have to trade from too once price breaks an area and then pulls back to a zone. Okay. Because you may not have enough area to really trade from on a pullback to profit from. So just be very mindful of that as well. But there was this right here to the downside right here is an area of, this whole area here is a swing to the downside, but there's supply sitting right here in this area. Price breaks back above it. It's taking out structure. So you look for price to pull back to a key area of demand where it could, break higher. So, but I'm looking for it maybe take out this area structure here. But it could fold here. Again, we did test this area of supply up in here, and price rejected, and you go short there. Now this was like I said, this would have been an area to go long at right here, which I went long at. Small area down here. Price was pushing to the downside here, and started pulling back here. So it broke higher. So on the pullback, you go long right here. All right, the market looks like it's trying to push higher, but it could just be a retracement, guys, to push lower. So just be mindful. Look at the higher time frame right now, just to kind of see what we got going on. Let's see. Now on the higher time frame of 60 range, we do have supply resting right here, so price could be tempting to try to pull back to this area here, kind of tap into this area of supply above, but this is a higher time frame, so anything can happen within that time, or just it's higher time frame, so you just don't you have to play it by ear and watch price action as it's moving back to this area here. But it is an area of supply resting right here where price could come up here, tap into it, and then reject. So right now I am paying attention to see what the market is trying to do next. I would like to see it maybe come down to this area here around 80, 81 area, somewhere around there, and kind of see what happens. So let's see. It could come lower. It could come lower as well. So this, if you get into a trade right here, you're kind of more than halfway through the movement of this leg right here. So probably be best to maybe look for something a little lower around this area right here. But you got to pay attention to price action as it is approaching the certain zones or areas. All right, we're just moving sideways right now. We could break higher. If it breaks this area right here at 95, I mentioned, we could pull back and go long. But there's an area of supply resting right up in here, so that's untested, untapped. So price could get to this area here and reject this area. So I'm gonna mark that zone as I'm speaking of it now. Let's see. I'm gonna mark this area right here. The price could tap into that area there. So, but I like to see a pullback at this point right here. Market has not done too much. Open up here, lower low, pushing back up, taking out a high right here. I like to see a pullback, preferably down in this area right here. We'll see. All right, let's see. I'm interested in seeing when price gets to this area right here. Just waiting it out to see if we're going to get some kind of rejection. You just don't take a trade at the moment it gets back there to the zone. You got to wait for clearly the area of reject. When you get the rejection. Let's see. Price broke this area here. Specifically, didn't pull back so far like I wanted to see. So it's running to the upside. You have this area here of structure to where price is trying to take it out right now. So it's building volume in this area right here, and VPOC is in the area right here. So that's why we're kind of stagnant and kind of moving in a position and just where we're at right now because of the VPOC being so centrally located where we're at. So waiting game, you gotta be patient. All right, it looks like we're breaking higher. Okay, which I thought we would here. I want to see it push up a little higher here. Initially, it could bounce. We're tapping to the zone now. High volume area right here. I would like to see it push up a little higher here, though, to be honest with you. We could actually pull back, though, because we do have an area of demand resting below us. So I may take this trade here, back to the area of demand below us. We'll see if we get the projection here, and as far as what I'm going to do. So I mentioned we got supply resting right here. I may take the trade short, back to demand down below. Let's see. I get some rejection here. We're below this high volume area. I would like to see it pull up a little bit higher here, but we are tapping into right now just a few ticks into the zone. Okay, we're coming a little higher now. All right, this is what I want to see right here. This is the type of trade setup that I would love to kind of see. I need some rejection now, to be honest with you, to take this trade short. So let's see. Let's see what happens here. You can push through this area though. Yep. Still pushing. Still pushing. All right. Let's see. Can push higher, push right through this area, this zone. If not, we get some rejection here. I want to blow this area up a little bit. We got a little cum delta block there, or delta block, bullish block sitting right here. So it's a little imbalance sitting right there at 4,004 and 3/4. So we're about a tick away from that, imbalance there. All right, let's see what they do here. They played a little game that I'll explain to you here in a moment. Testing an area of liquidity, wicking above it, and then let's see if we get the rejection to the downside now, or are they going to continue pushing the market and driving it up? So we'll see. Will they break here, or will they push the market higher? Let's see. So this zone I drew out right here, they went up and took the back end right here to see where liquidity is resting right here at pretty much a 4,004 and 3/4. They wicked right above it. Okay. All right. And come back down, trying to test and fill out traders to see if they're going to put on short positions here. But they basically stopped all these sellers right here out. Okay. When they were driving the market down, they stopped those sellers out. Okay. And now they're playing a game here. So we'll see what they do. They're moving the market sideways now. And the VPOT may have shifted. Okay, it's still below us there. You see it down here on the daily. So let's see. They're moving the market sideways right now. They're trying to accumulate a position here. I think it's going to push lower. So I'm going to probably enter a short here. I'm going to wait and see what happens right here, though. All that pushing and pulling here. But they went up there and grabbed liquidity. They stopped those sellers out. Let's see. And you got to be careful here because you got a round number here too, 4,000. A little bit iffy right here. Going to kind of stand down a little bit. I want to go short, but I want to be careful too. A lot of fighting going on right here at this round number. I'm going short. To me, it's a good zone to go short from. And so my first contract I'll put right here. And we'll just wait it out. I want to put my stop at the back end at the top right here, pretty much. If I was, putting a hard stop, that's where I put my stop at, or the back end of supply resting right here. Now they could pull this market back up and push the market, continue pushing higher. Now I technically want to see a close below fully, below even that wick there in a situation like this where we're kind of building volume here in this high volume area. I prefer to take my trade above this area here, and they're just pushing and pulling the market, building volume in this area right here. So I don't know if they're trying to accumulate a position to push the market higher, or are they really trying to push it lower. But this right here was an area of supply resting right here, so hopefully this trade gets filled here, and I could technically be done for today. So we'll hold it out here. All that fighting and going on at that 4,000 round number, the market could reject this area and push right up. You see Kimmelton Delta down here, pointed down, but that could change direction at any given time. I'm not trading off of this right here. You know, I do look at it just to kind of, you know, once I'm into a trade to see kind of if we still got momentum to the downside. Okay. Come on, keep pushing. I may take a screenshot here and try to throw this out on Discord if I can get it captured soon enough. We're going to keep pushing here. We're going to reject here. We're going to break down below here. I'm not sure 100%. We'll see. My bet is we're going to come a little lower. Okay. All right. First contract is tapping it as we speak right now. One tick away from it. Look at it. 1 and 2. Look at it. All this tugging and pushing and pulling here. I may take out. It's pulling back. Come on, clear the first contract for me at least. All right, it's coming down. All right, I'm gonna take out right here. All right, it may continue running down here and take the test this area. Excuse me, support right here. So we'll see. But I'll just throw that out on Discord right quick. Quick little trade there. Short scalp. Let's see. Okay. So I think I'm going to call it a day here. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I think I took 3 trades. You got to be patient. I think my first trade was on the pullback right here, you know. And then, where's the second trade from? I went short my second one. I think it was, yeah, right here. And then price tapped into this supply zone here. So I went ahead and went short there. But market's pushing and pulling, building volume right now in this area here. And I mentioned we're close to that 4,000 round number area here. So I'm taking a quick scalp right there going short. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I threw those screenshots of those trades out there on Discord. I'll show you our Discord community just in case anyone wants to join it. We have over 800 members on the community and continuously growing by the day. There's 2 channels on the Discord community. As you can see, this is the trading floor where we as traders, we come together. This is for future traders. We trade anyone that trades futures. You're more than welcome to join us daily. All you have to do is find the link down in the description portion of the video, the Discord link, and invite yourself in free of charge. The trading floor is where we share our zones or levels of interest that we're looking to trade from. If you're interested in sharing your trades on the trading floor on the channel, on the server, then please make sure to take a screenshot and post your entry, okay? Or you can simply come in and watch other traders post their entries, and if you got a question, whatever the case is, you can go over to our general chat channel and fire away, ask questions as well to any particular trader or community member there, or any trader there. Or if you're someone that's new, that's starting out and you're interested in trying to gather some information about the future markets, come over to the general chat channel there on the server on our channel, and you can ask about particular questions you may have. Someone, if I don't, someone else may answer the question. But there's so many traders, fellow traders in the community now that someone would always have an answer. Okay, but anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I will see you in the next video. If you're trading, please be safe in the market and take care.